ones, I'm Kelly Irene, and this is a video in my series on the various oracle card decks that I like to use. I'm going to start with my very first deck that I purchased, which is the Sacred Traveler Oracle cards by Denise Linn. So there's 52 cards in this deck, and it comes with a guidebook. This is one of my most used decks. I kind of go back and forth between this one and the second one that I will be showing you. But I think that this one is great because this deck's energy is really about addressing the obstacles in our lives. So for me, I have found that this deck is ready to just tackle the hardship that we have going on. It is not a light and fluffy deck. It's not going to give you, just tell you that everything's great, but it's also not here to scare or deter us. This deck is fantastic for helping to kind of cleanse things out, to see if there's an obstacle to your flow of energy. This deck is fantastic for that. So I'll give you a little more information on it. The guidebook is really helpful. I have another one of Denise's decks, and this one is far and away, like, it is my favorite. I love the artwork in it. I love the way that she explains things. And one thing that I really appreciate about this guidebook is that it gives you the card meaning for the card. Okay, and that's a really great explanation for just understanding what the card is about. But then it also has on here, it says the Sacred Traveler wants you to know. So I'm trying to see if I can tap my book to try to make it focus on that. I'm doing it on my camera now to see if it'll focus. It's not, but anyway, this other section is great to really go deeper with your, if you're trying to connect with a spiritual guide, but it also is good for reading cards in reverse. So a lot of times when you're doing a reading, a card will come out upside down, and that means it's in reversal. That not everybody reads their cards that way. It's not required to do so, but when my guidebooks have two different meanings, I will use the second meaning as the reversal meaning. And so this one has that. I love it, and I highly recommend this deck if you feel like you are on a journey, if that's a word you find yourself using a lot. If you have an obstacle, if you feel like your energy's not flowing well, this deck is fantastic both for energy and for action. I would love to hear if you've used the deck before. I'd love to hear your experience with it, if it aligns with what I'm saying or if it's been different for you. I love how the decks can interact with each of us differently. And then if you've got questions, post them below and I will love to answer those for you. Bye.